What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Abnormality, entitled Mechanics of Omniscience. This is released on Metal Blade Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Marlborough, Massachusetts, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very quick-witted, brutal, technical style of death metal. Yeah. I don't really think it's taken that long for a band like this to get some well-deserved notoriety and to get put on well-deserved pedestals. It's taken quite a little bit of time, but I would say Abnormality are starting to become one of the big guns in today's death metal world. This band had some pretty humble beginnings. 2007 demo, then a 2010 EP called The Collective Calm Immortal Oblivion. The latter demo had a song that got included on the Rock Band video games. I'm not really too much into those video games, but one of their songs ended up being used as a bonus track, which got them a little bit of notoriety. But I would say in 2012 is when Abnormality really broke out into more death metal fans' stereos with their debut full-length called Contaminating the Hive Mind. Serious amounts of replayability and charisma all the way throughout with that record. Really awesome guitar playing, memorable vocals, great musicianship, lot of contemporary vibes going through with this band. This is a band that really knew how to create a sound that was very approachable but yet still very crushing, and that album had so much going for it. Had the pleasure of getting to see this band live in 2014 for Building Temples from Deathfest. Really great people. Malika is an incredible vocalist. The band members are awesome too. Great live presence. Just an awesome band overall. But it's been a couple of years since we had last heard a full-length record from this band, and now they're on a brand new label, hopefully get some more attention and some more notoriety, and here we are with Mechanics of Omniscience, the second full-length from Abnormality. It's 10 tracks, and it clocks in at around 39 minutes in length, and upon the first listen, you'll notice right away that there's something a little bit different going on here with this record, and what I mean by difference is that the production seems to be something that got paid attention to here a lot on this record. There's a little bit more of a cleanly sort of vibe going on with this record. You can tell there's an emphasis of a more enunciated sort of production when it comes to the overall sounds, musicianship, atmosphere. Just the overall ebb and flow of things work out very nicely with this production. I would imagine a band like Abnormality having to have a clean and nice production quality going for a release like this, and I would say it shows up in droves here on Mechanics of Omniscience. But enough about the production, let's get on to the music. That's what these guys are so good at doing, is creating very memorable riffs, very memorable songwriting, and that's very well evidented on this album. You hear it on tracks like Swarm, the title track, and a track like Vigilant Ignorance. Just some incredible guitar playing being done here all the way throughout with this record. There are lots and lots of very good riffs to be heard on here. Very well structured, very frantic. The solos are good. The lead riffs sound very nice, and they hold things together very well here, just like the bass guitar does here as well. Little bit, I would say there's a little bit more of a presence with the bass here this time around as a comparison to Contaminating the Hive Mind, but I think the bass guitar handles itself very wonderfully here. This is really more of a showcase for guitar riffs to be presented and honed in on here, but I think that the guitar and bass handle themselves quite well here. Drums are really quick-witted like previously, more emphasis on a punchy snare this time around, the fills, the blast beats, just a very entertaining and quick-witted drum performance all the way around. I wouldn't say this is a drum performance that lets its guard down. It just really goes for it, especially to some of the lengthier tracks on here, going back to Vigilant Ignorance and the closing track, Consuming Infinity. Really solid drum performances all the way throughout, and really it holds your attention. It doesn't feel like it tries to slow down or anything like that. It just grabs you by the bit of your shirt and doesn't want to stop doing what it's doing. That's the vibe I get from this drum performance. And when it comes to the vocals, Malika's a great vocalist. I would say that's undisputed truth right there. Very incredible stage presence, great Great vocal stylings. She really comes into her own here this time around. You hear her vocals a little bit more, I would say, in comparison to some of the instrumentation that's on here. But that's just a little thing that I'm getting to notice. I don't know if it was just me listening to this, but I don't know. But anyway, Malika's vocals are awesome. Great vocal style. Great intensity, great tenacity. There's a lot to enjoy here about Malika's vocal style. She really is a very commanding vocalist, and once again, going to songs like the opening track Swarm to a song like Hopeless Masses, it's just really intense. She's a great vocalist, and she does amazing stuff here this time around. So overall, I don't know if I like this album more than I do Contaminating the Hive Mind, but I would say this album has plenty of replayability going for it. There are a lot of great riffs to be heard on here. Lots of entertaining moments to be had throughout this entire record. And if you are a fan of the first Abnormality record, or if you're a fan of Abnormality overall, I would say give Mechanics and Omniscience a shot. This is only the start to greater things ahead for this band. So if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Swarm, the title track, Vigilant Ignorance, Hopeless Masses. The two instrumental tracks that are on here are very awesome, Cataclysm of Metamorphosis and Assimilation. And the closing track, Consuming Infinity. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will link you to the Abnormality Bandcamp page, where you can stream this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it, buy it digitally, and I will also link you to where you can purchase physical copies. It is available on CD and 12-inch vinyl. This band is currently on the road, touring with Soulfly, Suffocation, Battlecross, one other band, I forget who they are, but they are currently touring right now on a national platform, and they will probably be on more well-deserved tour packages in the very near future. So, again, the album is Mechanics of Omniscience by Abnormality. This is released on Metal Blade Records. Go check this out. And for a score, I'm feeling a pretty solid 8.5 out of 10 for this one. Very solid and entertaining death metal from probably one of the better new bands to come out of this style. I think better things are still going to come from this band. I can feel it and I know it. So, if you've happened to have heard this album, let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it and how you think it compares to the previous Abnormality release, or any of you guys into Abnormality. Let me know what you think. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Army Hope out.